It is time. In every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
Captain Kirk, I shall consider it.
Kirk's words were powerful, but I don't really think he had any idea the impact it would have, not only on Spock, but on the entire human race. Star Trek Continues would give us an idea of what happened after Kirk left the alternate universe and his counterpart returned.
Logic dictates that the survival of the Vulcan civilization could prove profitable for the Empire for many years to come. You could be the first to set the precedent of diplomacy that could yield long-term benefits. I would recommend lesser measures.
Kirk's message to Spock was powerful, so powerful that it opened his eyes to what was going on around him, and when he tried to instill logic into his captain, it was not received well. All this Kirk knew was greed and power. So over 100 years later, when Kira and Bashir travel through the wormhole, they wind up through a warp core accident in the alternate universe, where they learn that the Empire has been overthrown and that the Alliance has taken control of pretty much the Alpha Quadrant. Now, the alternate universe gives us and the writers the opportunity to show us these characters in a very different and unique way. The Intendant is a vicious woman, cold, calculating, but at the same time power-hungry, doesn't care about the sexes, just cares about her power and how to manipulate it to her best advantage. And the second in command, Garrick, is another cold, calculating person who's got plans of his own, and most of them involve killing the Intendant so he can take control of the station. Terrans have been enslaved throughout the Alpha Quadrant. DS9 did a great job of telling us what the alternate universe was like, up to a point. Toward the end, at the 7th season, is when things really started to go a little crazy for me. DS9 did a good job for the most part of telling us what happened to the Terrans in the alternate universe, but the stories did start getting weak after a while. The Intendant definitely did love to play both sides of the field, didn't she? She was a manipulator, and she definitely loved to play around with both sexes.
And so are you. Enter. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me.
Sisko risking everything to go save Jennifer because she reminded him of his dead wife was a great episode. And then to play that around in the next episode to where Jennifer goes into his universe to trick Jake Sisko to come back with him, forcing Sisko to go back to the alternate universe to help them build the Defiant was another great story. But again, it starts losing itself by the 7th season.
See, I'm in a bit of trouble. I'm being held prisoner by the Alliance, and I'm gonna need you to help me regain my freedom. The Regent said he would send me home in exchange for a ship's cloaking device. Goodbye.
The Emperor's New Cloak is where things really went bad for DS9's alternate universe and the story of that universe. The idea that the Emperor needs a new cloak is just laughable. It's almost like the writers of this story forgot that there were other episodes where they already showed that the Alliance had cloaking devices. So this particular episode where the Emperor needs a new cloak is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. The whole point of the episode was almost like they were trying to find a way to conclude the alternate universe, but give the Ferengi a final adventure as well. And while I do enjoy watching the Ferengi episodes, this one just was so off the mark for me. Again, They already established that the Alliance had cloaking devices, so to base an entire plot around the Nagus being captured so the Emperor could get a Klingon cloaking device just makes no sense. In the end, when Kirk gave his fantastic speech to Spock, Spock took him very seriously and rearranged the way the Empire works to a point that the Alliance was able to topple Spock and the Empire and enslave humanity at the same time. The idea right there was brilliant, but it goes way off when they try so badly to make this more like a Cardassian occupation than it does just an Empire falling and another Alliance coming along to take over the quadrant. Humans being used as slaves, yeah, I can get that. But the way it ended, the way the Empire, or rather the Alliance, was overthrown by the rebellion, I just have a hard time with it. It was just almost like they were trying to graft so much together to conclude this. I think they could have done the episode way better with a little less comedy involved, which is where the Ferengi came into it. The Ferengi were the Three Stooges of the episode. So tell me what you think, my friends. Did you like how they took the alternate universe after Mirror Mirror? Do you think Star Trek Continues was good on how it represented the universe when the alternate Kirk returned? What about DS9? Did you like that as well? Did you like how their interpretation of the alternate universe was? And did you think the last episode regarding the alternate universe, The Emperor's New Cloak, was good? Was it even necessary? Should they have left it alone? Drop your comments below. Let me know, my friends. Until the next time, God bless.